Are there alternatives to open borders? When we think about open borders, we often picture a world where people can move freely without restrictions. But is that the only option? Are there alternatives that can still respect individual rights while addressing practical concerns? Let's break it down. Open borders are rooted in liberal values like freedom of movement and equality. They challenge the idea that nationality should limit basic human rights. However, not everyone agrees that open borders are the best approach. Some argue that we need to find a balance between freedom and safety. One alternative is managed or regulated borders. This means that countries can still control who enters but do so in a way that respects migrants' rights. For example, a country might implement a visa system or work permits. This allows them to manage migration while still being fair and non-discriminatory. Another option is selective immigration policies. These policies prioritize certain groups, like skilled workers or refugees. By focusing on specific needs, countries can address economic demands while also fulfilling humanitarian responsibilities. Regional mobility agreements offer another alternative. Instead of allowing free movement globally, these agreements promote easier travel within specific areas. The European Union's Schengen area is a prime example, allowing passport-free travel among its member states. This approach strikes a balance between open borders and maintaining national sovereignty. Temporary or circular migration programs are also worth mentioning. These programs let people move for a limited time, often to fill labor shortages. This system benefits both the migrants and the countries they move to, allowing for flexibility without completely removing border controls. However, many liberals critique these alternatives. They argue that such policies can still create inequalities and restrict opportunities for the global poor. Borders often serve to maintain economic disparities and limit the ability of individuals to escape tough situations like war or poverty. In practice, liberalism advocates for reforms that reduce barriers to migration while ensuring the rights of migrants are respected. This includes pushing for humane immigration policies that do not criminalize individuals seeking a better life. Legal pathways for migration should be accessible and fair, and there should be international cooperation to tackle the root causes of forced migration. Policies must also avoid racial or economic discrimination in migration controls. While open borders representing an ideal of freedom and equality, alternatives exist that aim to regulate migration responsibly. These include managed borders, selective immigration, regional agreements, and temporary migration programs. Yet, from a liberal viewpoint, these alternatives often do not fully address the injustices that open borders seek to remedy.